Колеги, дякую за чекання. Ми продовжуємо робочий день. Нашим наступним
Thank you, colleagues. Our next speaker is spokesperson on ATO issues, Oleksandr Motuzyanyk. Good afternoon, dear journalists. For your attention, main events in ATO area during the last day. And towards Luhansk, there is relative peace. The enemy only once opened fire, and that was in Krymsk. Also, militants were using small arms and grenade launchers in Stanitsa, Luhansk, Shast, and Zolota. Also, in Luhansk region, Borgat service shut down a drone produced in Russia. It was recognized near Herasimivka, and there was a reaction of the abuse of border, and it was shut down. Now it is provided to law enforcement bodies for expertise, and towards Donetsk. Illegal military formations continue shelling upon our positions on the first and the second line of defense, near Svetlodarsk, and I underline that they use also during the day. Near Horilka, they continue firing, but the most difficult situation is near Novgorodsk, where the enemy twice used 122 millimeter calibers to the northwest from Donetsk, from Avdiivka to Mariivka. There are 2/3 of all facts of the abuse of ceasefire by enemy. They concentrate lots of forces, including heavy weaponry, on the front line from Tilibetary and Bitlovsky forest up to this. It's less than 4 kilometers to separation line. Despite the shelling of the enemy, ATO forces hold the line and hold the perimeter. And unfortunately, because of frequent military fires, the civilians suffered, and we know about 3 of such cases. Towards Mariupol, there is peace, and there were only two provocations, and that was near Shirokino. Yesterday in ATO area, our border guards observed eight drones of the enemy. One more drone was noticed in Sumy region during the last day. Because of we didn't lose anyone, but 7 soldiers were wounded. International monitors observe movement of military equipment of militants on occupied territories. Drone of OSCE observed 11 tanks, 31 BTR, 122 millimeter D-30 artilleries, and 31 military trucks near Bezimena, which is under the occupation of so-called DNR. We remind that from that there is about 10 kilometers to separation line from that village. Security service continues arresting supporters of militants, and they arrested a resident of Kramatorsk who provided information to militants about the dislocation and movement of military equipment of Ukrainian armed forces, and also about medicine. Here's video, and she confessed at the order of military commando Batya. I had to deliver medicine to the city and to give medicine to military men, not only to civilians. I was called from Donetsk, and they told I have to collect information about movement of Ukrainian forces equipment, and periodically I did, I followed orders and I got information and provided to them. In addition to that, they blocked the channel to provide a messenger to militants from Dnipropetrovsk region. Local company illegally provided a lot of medicine to temporarily occupied territories, and police found documents that proves that medicine was sent to Donetsk, Makiivka, and Shakhtarsk. And they were meant directly for militants, and a part of those medicine was sold to residents for high prices during the search in offices and the storages, and they found 1,225,000 hryvnia, more than 50,000 euro and $7,000 of the US, which they received illegally. In Stanitolonska, Burgas found a secret place with weapons. It was 2 kilometers from separation line. And the APG-27, APG-22, full GD5 grenades and with fuses, and 10 total devices. Near Krymsk and Luhansk region, police found a mine trap that was prepared by militants for them. On the side of the road, field road, and they found five mines and for 122 millimeters, and that ammunition was destroyed at the place. Multinational military trainings, rapid training tried in 2015 continue.
Yesterday, the Yavorivska training site saw units of Romanian and US military forces who trained to repel sudden attack on military patrol or Humvee armored vehicle column. The experience of ATO shows that coordinated activities can help eliminating casualties and losses among the military and defeat the enemy. Ukrainian Black Berets joined the exercise in Yavorov already after the technical exercise in Mykolaiv region. Ukrainian patriots continue helping ATO participants. An IT program in school was opened in Dnipropetrovsk region for demobilized military servicemen who participated in the operation in the east. Private IT companies are going to develop a training program, and local government will provide computer hardware for that. Humanitarian assistance continue coming to the occupied territory. 4 trucks with humanitarian aid crossed the Bugas checkpoint. 80 tons of foodstuffs were delivered to residents of Donetsk region. National Guard servicemen received military orders and decorations, as well as new military equipment. Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine, Oleksandr Motuzyanyk, delivered state orders and decorations to members of the National Guard units. After the ceremony, the military servicemen were given 11 armored Cossack vehicles, 1 Shrek armored vehicle, and 2 drones, one of them of Ukrainian produce. The city of Severodonetsk has marked the first anniversary of its liberation. The ceremony was held with the involvement of the President of Ukraine, the top brass of the ATO, and military servicemen who participated in the operation. Thank you. Thank you, Colonel. We still have time for one question. Alena Savchuk, Press TV channel. Would you comment on the Minsk Accords regarding the taking back of armaments less than 100 millimeters? I haven't seen the document myself, but I can assure you that the Ukrainian side will strongly commit to its commitments taken within the scope of these agreements. we don't see relevant steps from the insurgents. During the time of previous accords, they would feign they have taken back their heavy armaments to only bring them back overnight to continue shelling. And I can assure you that in this regard, Ukraine will continue complying with its commitments. Thank you. We have to